Yo, it's your boy Vigilante Styles here, and I'm doing an A/B test between one of my mixes and a friend of mine, one of his mixes. I don't know how to hide the names because I wanted to do a blind test for you guys, but I guess I have to tell you whose mix is whose. Don't be biased, okay? I'm trying to be objective anyway. I'm going to explain what I think he's doing better versus what I'm doing. I had some interruptions. I don't know where I don't know. Like, I kind of complain a little bit. I get interrupted a lot every time I do videos. And I don't get it. I don't know why. Like, I don't do videos every day. And just people always, like, bugging, dude. And the tiny amount of time out of my day that I do a video. But, so this is like the second time I'm actually doing this video. So I'm kind of a bit frustrated on that point, but I want to compare his mix to mine. There's several things like, I mean, we're going to pay attention to, we're going to listen to the entire mix first. It's already level matched. Because he did try to pull the loudness trick on me by making it 5 decibels louder. That's okay. We know better. Because ultimately, what's going to sound better in a car, what's going to sound better on somebody's systems, it's not because this is loud. They're going to turn it down to a volume that's comfortable to listen to. Which one actually is less fatiguing? So let's go ahead and do our comparison.
We kick it dirty. There's party over here. Party over there. I got some news in the mail today. Real aces in the game heard my name and couldn't pronounce it, so I'm so tired to stop rapping. Got a suit and a tie, oh they gave me a muzzle. I sound so pissed they got him puzzled. Why I be so serious and talk about issues? It's two and bitches they don't wanna hear it, son. Frat boys and rich kids just wanna have fun and a shot at some bitches. Nobody flinches, so I roll up the boulder, drop it on the spiritual sons of Travolta. Regardless of the sense they heard this, I keep it heartless. Oh, my name is Elvis. I thrust my pelvis first. I gotta deal with the audience in Memphis. From the prom kids to the housewives in the kitchens, they're gonna love it if I sing with bitches. So sing with me, my bitch. Right. My bitch. To the Heartbreak Hotel. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. I got some news in the mail today. I got nominated most talented from over the Atlantic, so they're gonna fly me over to New York City. But there were talks on me playing in LA. I never been there, it's a shame. I gotta meet Dr. Dre, star in a little movie with Halle Berry. Have a funny accent for relax and peace of entertainment. They love it in the club since it came in. Oh, this is the one ever was into the gaming. I was crowned king of double meaning, crank K.
Okay, so now, hold on a second. All right, so let me rewind this real quick. Okay, so right now you can tell the difference already. You know, mine has certain instruments that are pushed down in the mix. His are all brought up very loud. The vocals, I think, on my mix probably come in considerably louder, I think, than his. Whether that's better or not, I'm not sure, because I mean, it sounded good to me when I mixed it. I didn't hear his mix first. And now I'm kind of thinking that maybe I could have pushed the vocals down a bit, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. We can see that his waveform is very, very clipped, very smashed into either into a limiter or it's clipped off. Not sure. But let's take a look. We're gonna listen to the sub range. Well, let's just listen to the subs. All right, we'll start with mix A, and then we'll check mix B. So right away you can hear on the subs, my kick drum pops out of the mix. His is buried by the bass, actually, or the bass line. So his kick drum does not pop out in the mix for some reason, and he's there. Let's listen to now. That's the sub response. Let's listen to just bass now. See if maybe we can hear maybe that kick drum start to pop out in his mix.
Oh, my name is Elvis. I first my pelvis. First I gotta deal with the audience in Memphis. From the prom kids to the housewives in the kitchen. They're gonna love it if I sing with bitches. So sing with me, my bitch. My bitch, my the Heartbreak Hotel. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch, my bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch, my bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch, my bitch. I got some news.
So we can hear right away then the bass frequencies. That kick drum does not exist, that's not good. That your kick drum is not even heard in the bass and sub frequencies. But mine is definitely popping through the mix pretty aggressively. Listen to low mids. Let's see if we can get some perspective on that now.
In a mail today, I got nominated most talented from over the Atlantic, so they're gonna fly me over to New York City, but there were talks of me playing in LA. I never been there, it's a shame. I gotta meet Dr. Dre, star in a little movie with Halle Berry. Have a funny accent for relax and piece of entertainment. They love it in the club since they came in. All this though I never was into the gaming. I was crown king of double meaning, crank K with a stubble. My brain's steaming. My name's not Steven, you can call me Sensei. Ponte al frente, te toca la suerte. Lights on the head. And then bitch back, I switch back to a faded bitch slap.
Something that I noticed, it seems like almost this entire mix exists in the low mids. Like I can actually hear all the instruments all the way to the treble range in the low mids. I'm not sure if that's good or not, because typically people feel like low mids are typically muddy. When you heard my mix, you really didn't hear a lot in the low mids, which means that I definitely did not try to aggressively push the low mids at all. Because I didn't want my mix to sound boxy or muddy, but there's a lot of information in low mids on his mix. Let's go into the mid range. Let's check that now.
Sound like I ain't saying his name, he never said my name, and I don't mind, mate. I'm equally as safe, but just more innovative. Was born in the land of the brave, with the bloodstains and cupcakes and third dates where you get to third base. Fornicate and demonstrate your textbook sex. Look, oh yeah, you can't fuck, but you can't say it. You gotta suck to get to be famous. And thank God in my penis, I got penis for all tracks, masterpieces, and no sub penis. By the mail, just a quick reminder, my shit ain't leaving the basement. I try to keep away.
Yeah, his mid-range, you could definitely hear a lot more information in the mid-range. Magic's in the mid-range, so definitely. Mine still sounds pretty hollow in the mids. I think, because typically this track seems to be it's very lean, like it's mostly just drums, a bass line, some kind of like sound, that noisy sound you hear, that or whatever you hear that kind of going like that sustained note. It's just kind of, I thought it was more of a background thing than something to be brought in the foreground. On his mix, he brought it into the foreground on my mix. I tend to push it lower. So it's kind of interesting there that he brought that up so much. Another thing that I noticed on his mix that I don't hear on mine is I'm hearing aliasing artifacts. So I'm hearing like weird buzzing harmonics and stuff coming through the mid range, and that kind of that scratchy top end stuff or whatever is already present in the mid range, which is not good. It makes it very fatiguing and very unmusical, but but it's like but that's also perceived loudness. So a lot of like him pushing pushing the mids really hard makes it sound louder. And then volume wise, it is louder. It's like 5 decibels louder than my actual mix. So we were to try to figure out which mix would probably sound better in a car. Yeah, I think my mix would sound better in a car. I'm not sure. I think maybe his mix would just sound better in like headphones or something when comparing the two, because people go, "Wow, this one's louder. It's clearly better." I don't know if I don't know in this case. I don't know if louder is necessarily better anyway, because there's a lot of aliasing distortion on the top end, which is kind of unpleasant. But he typically works with EDM, so he's using EDM mixing tricks on a rap song, by the way. So his EDM stuff is definitely in the pocket, and this sounds like this was mixed by an EDM producer. For me, I would not mix good EDM because they actually want their music like this. They don't. Those kick drums, I guess, are not. They're supposed to be heard in the mids, not in the bass. And in rap music, you want to hear it in the bass. You want to hear that kick, thumping through the bass frequencies. And I guess in EDM, they typically don't want that. They want more of a mid-rangey kick, and their bass frequencies, occupying the bass in the sub. Typically, because they have like what do they call it? Parallel compression, or no, not parallel compression. Excuse me. Sidechain compression. So they're sidechaining, and it's pumps. It pumps, then it makes their kick sound loud and large because the bass is taken out for that moment. So you only hear the kick drum for that moment, for that 1 second, because it pushes all the instruments and the bass out of the way. And then the bass is brought back up immediately, and then that gives it rhythm and stuff. But in a rap track, I don't think he did any sidechain compression on the kick drum and the bass. That actually would have been interesting, but that probably would have had a very, very negative ducking effect. So maybe it was the right call not to do that. Let's check the highs. Yeah, his highs are definitely louder also. I could tell that. Just the only thing, like, because it was at 44.1, I can really hear I want to say the aliasing. I'm assuming he probably worked at 44.1. The aliasing's pretty noticeable on his mix. But overall, like, it's not a terrible mix, I think. Like, I definitely feel like, it's definitely EDM style mix. Not a rap mix, really. And then mine I could probably brought some instruments upwards, I think, in mine. I think mine is mostly just drums and vocals. And if we just hear the total frequencies, we'll get another comparison.
I got a deal and keep the heads banging. You know the drill. Sing it, sing it. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch, my bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch, my bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch, my bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch, my whoop. Side effects, y'all. It's the guitar in the land of the layman. From Quebec to Cayman. Serving caviar to cavemen. My bitch.
All right. So it's up to you guys ultimately which mix you like better. If you like mix A, just type A. If you like mix B, type B. But we did, I wanted it to be where you guys couldn't tell the difference, in terms like whose name or whatever. But because his name is on there, obviously on his mix, and we're flipping A B, it's like, well, I might as well tell you, okay, that's his, mine is A. But don't bias it, If you think B's better, B's better. But I'm kind of thinking for the most part, I think there's things that he's doing better in his mix than I am. And I think there's things that I'm definitely doing better in my mix than he is. So what are those things? In my personal opinion, I think when it comes to working the bass frequencies, I think I'm doing that better than he is. I think the low mids for his are far too loud. I think the mid and the highs on his mix sound good. Well, actually, his mids sound better than mine. His highs, they're louder, but they're harsher, right? So I kind of think his is too harsh and mine is maybe not bright enough. So we're sitting right in the middle there. That would be perfect. So if he brought down his harshness or I brought up my brightness, I think it would be then the highs would be perfect. So I'm probably too low there, too high for him. That's my opinion, though. You guys can definitely, provide in the comments what you think was better, in terms of sound quality. Which one you thought the better mix was. And I'd like to get your feedback anyway. He apparently has an extra 3 seconds on his. Minus 4 minutes. It was 4 minutes and 3 seconds. What is this here? I could look at the spectrum. That's interesting. Actually, I do want to see that. Real quick, before we end this video, let me see that.
We kick it dirty. This party over here. Over there. I got some news in the mail today. Real aces in the game heard my name and couldn't pronounce it. So I'm so tired to stop rapping. Get a suit and a tie, oh, they gave me a muzzle. I sound so pissed, they got them puzzled. Why I be so serious and talk about issues to two and bitches, they don't wanna hear it, son. Frat boys and those kids just wanna have fun and a shot at some bitches. Nobody plays it, so I roll up the boulder, drop it on the spiritual sons of Travolta. Regardless of it, since they heard this, I keep it heartless. Oh, my name is Elvis. I thrust my pelvis. First, I gotta deal with the audience in Memphis. From the prom kids to the housewives in the kitchens, they're gonna love it if I sing with bitches. So sing with me, my bitch. Right? My bitch. To the Heartbreak Hotel. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. I got some news in the mail today. I got nominated most talented from over the Atlantic, so they're gonna fly me over to New York City. But there were talks on me playing in LA. I've never been there, it's a shame. I gotta meet Dr. Dre, star in a little movie with Halle Berry. Have a funny accent for relaxing piece of entertainment. They love it in the club since they came in. All this though I never was into the gaming. I was crowned king of double meaning, crank K with a stubble. My brain's steaming. My name's not Steven, you can call me Sensei. Ponte al frente, te toca la suerte. Lights on the head, and then bitch black. I switch back to a faded bitch slap. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. I got some news in the mail today. They say I gotta sound like I ain't saying his name. He never said my name, and I don't mind me. I'm equally as safe, but just more in it. It was born in the land of the brave, with the bloodstains and cupcakes and third dates where you get the third base. I mean fornicate and demonstrate your textbook sex look. Oh yeah, you can't fuck but you can't say it. You gotta suck to get to be famous. And thank God in my penis, I got penis for all tracks, masterpieces, and no sub penis. By the mail, just a quick reminder, my shit ain't leaving the basement. I try to keep away from the ditches, but instead I gotta sing with bitches. So sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Sing with me, my bitch. My bitch. My bitch. Something's spilling in the toaster. dancing with a Barbie. Now this is the story of how I wrecked the party. Thanks to the jury for the award, I never will hope for more. Thanks Ron for the cigar, all those years of hard work for the people. It was worth all the trouble, the $1 in the open bar, and with having my socks ball. Now I'm top dog all up in your rock bottom. The big horn, crush it in my poems with the very important fishes and all the violence. They told me the business was sedate and they don't use words that are complicated. I got a deal to keep the heads banging. You know the drill. Sing it, sing it.
Sing with me, my bitch.
My bitch, my bitch.
Sing with me, my bitch.
My bitch, my bitch.
So another thing too we could see is that, so now we can see that his loudness was like 7 to 8 decibels LUFS. That's crazy. That's very slammed. And then mine was competitive to dynamic, so about 11 to 12 decibels LUFS. 10 is usually kind of like radio, type shit. So 12, 11, I have a little bit more dynamic master or dynamic mix or whatever. His is very slammed. 7 to 8 LUFS is pretty crazy loud. Like, considering that Spotify is like negative 14 LUFS, like that's pretty crazy. Like, because mine, like, it'll say like 11, 12 or whatever, but it's like 10 decibels. See, 10 decibels is considered like really good, competitive. This is going above the 10 decibel threshold. So that's a target PSR. Yeah, so it's on negative 14 LUFS. That's loudness matching. Okay. So when we were hearing it, it was loudness matched to negative 14 LUFS. But in this case, like, his is pretty damn loud. So as you can see, like, this is the target line right here. If you go below that, you're too loud. If you're above that, you're like too quiet. I think that's what we're going for here. So you want to be like right in here. That's very interesting. So much to really analyze music here. So I don't know, like, what would you prefer? Would you prefer the slammed mix, or would you prefer the dynamic one? I always feel like dynamic mixing is like a little bit less fatiguing, but I learned this lesson a long time ago that louder is not always better, because I used to master to like negative 6 RMS, and I don't know, LUFS wise, I don't know if that's higher or lower. But I used to try to go to that, or I used to try to go even higher. And I was thinking, oh, mine's louder, like it's gonna just hit harder, it's gonna be better. And in reality, the louder you go, actually the more you're taking away from shit actually hitting. And I heard like I made like a CD. I made a CD like back in the day, and it was like, I played it I worked at a car dealership, so we went to a Suburban, me and this one dude, and we were just kind of like just bumping our CDs in there on the car lot, and I put mine in. He's like, "Oh yeah, this hits. It's loud. It's good. But then we put in like a professional CD, and it was quieter than mine, but it was like everything was more dynamic. And then when he brought it up loud, it just blew my mix away. And I was like, holy shit, this sounds so much better. I said, but it's quieter than mine. It's like, how do they just know how to balance shit better than I do, But that's basically kind of the same thing we just dealt with here. And so I've always told people that louder is not always better. Obviously, you don't want it too quiet, but you definitely don't want it too loud either. You got to find the sweet spot. The sweet spot's about negative 10 dB. That's a pretty good sweet spot. If you're going negative 14, that's strictly because you don't want Spotify squashing your mix. But there, they just turn it down. I don't think that they're applying any limiting. You know, they're just turning it down to negative 14. So if you like have a pretty loud master that's like negative 10 or something, a lot of that should actually carry through even on Spotify. So for me, on Spotify, I think it's good just to push it up to negative 10 if you can. But you really don't have to measure it. Use your ears, you know? When it feels like that shit is too slammed, back off of it. Back off of it. It's as loud as the music will allow itself to be. Because the thing is, you know, especially if you're doing rap music, you got a lot of low-end information that it's not present in the mids and highs. So, unless you have like some intermodulation distortion or just something you probably don't want. But the idea is like it's going to occupy a lot of your levels. It's going to show your level meters going higher when the song doesn't really sound that loud, and that's fine because you know that's a lot of good bass information. That if you were to bump that in a car, that shit would rattle the trunk. So that's something you got to pay attention to. Well, anyway, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hope you guys learned something from this, but also, yeah, I want to get your opinion. You think you like the mid-rangey B mix or whatever is better? I mean, that's fine. If it is louder, better. Like, I mean, by all means, go ahead and let me know. Or if you think mine could use a little work, I'm sure I know mine could always use a little work. But compare my mix to his mix. Give me your feedback, what you think, or whatever, and let me know. I also have the video of me actually doing the mix. So if you want to see how I mix this, what plugins I use, how I did it. Watch the other video. I'm uploading both of them, so you guys can check it out and tell me what you think. All right, what's your boy Vigilante Styles? And until we meet again, I'm out. Peace.